Thank you, Craig, and to all of you for joining us today. Another beautiful spring Canberra day. Another opportunity to give eternal thanks to the founding fathers who decided to put the nation's capital in the middle of a freezing cold sheep paddock rather than Byron Bay or Coffs Harbour or somewhere where we could be enjoying some warmth. There's a lot of warmth in this group. There's a lot of pain, but there's a lot of love, and there's a hell of a lot of resilience. And the two speakers you just heard from exemplify that, as if Richard had not given enough to his country as one of our leading clinician researchers. The raw honesty and courage with which he and Katie and the family have spoken about his battle now as a patient has been nothing short of inspirational. Thank you, Richard. And to Gail, decades of advocacy and using her loss year after year after year to oversee the Lifehouse as an exemplar of comprehensive cancer care and support. And of course, as always, you were frank and fearless in your contributions today, as you are behind closed doors, and that's just as it should be. But this is just a beautiful gathering. I want to thank you all for coming here. I was thanked for coming here by Richard and Gail, and I said, I work here. Yes, it's damn cold, but it literally was a couple of 100 metres for me to come out. Those of you who've travelled here, I just want to say how important your stories and your presence are. We get report after report to receive and to read, and they have powerful stories within them, but seeing your faces, seeing those shoes, and reading a couple of the stories. I read Tracy and Alfie's story was the first I read coming in. A mum in her 20s and a beautiful little boy who both lost their battle tragically in the same year to brain cancer. Just one of the stories that I think will stay with me forever. I spoke to Evie's mum, one of the bravest little girls ever, who used her story to help others and to ground a campaign to bring medicines to Australia that we didn't have access to here, that families had to fly overseas for. And little kids with DRPG getting that treatment in such large part because of Evie, who's no longer with us. Thank you. It's these stories that inspire us and motivate us. And as Gail said, and as Richard said, and as Craig has exemplified in his long campaign for better care and support, this is an area where there is so much more to do. I mean, cancer is a landscape for Australia that has achieved so much, as Richard said, in melanoma and so many other cancer areas as well, but this one is so damn stubborn. Yes, it's a small patient group by numbers compared to the 150,000 or so who are diagnosed every year, but it is disproportionately large in the number of Australians who are ripped from us, often in the flower of their youth or in the peak of their adulthood. As Richard and Gail have told us, we need focus at every point in the pipeline, from benchtop research through health services research to treatment, to get those new medicines in this turbocharged period of discovery available here in Australia, to the particular and in many ways unique care and support needs for people who are getting treatment for brain cancer, because we know the impact on treating the brain is just so different to the impact on treating other parts of the body. It's really to this challenging point of bringing all of those threads together in a coherent whole that I want to pay tribute to the Alliance and to Craig's work particularly. He and I had a talk a few years ago about the importance of a sector like this speaking with one voice. There are lots of groups here and they cooperate beautifully together. The work that we've got, the support we've got from other organisations to the brain cancer mission that the MRFF runs is quite unique, and again an exemplar for the rest of the health services sector. But speaking with one voice is so powerful to make that case for a relatively small but such important group of Australians that we must do better in research, in treatment, in medicine's accessibility and in care and support, as Gail has said, is exactly what the Alliance was created to deliver. I've already had a sneak look at the landscape. Craig and Gail and Richard and others came and had a terrific meeting with us a few weeks ago to start to map out what they want to see done better, and that's going to be a really important part of our government's work going forward, and I look forward to working with the Alliance and the collaborative as well. So thank you all for coming. I can't tell you again just how powerful it is. We've had members of Parliament across the political aisle, as you would expect. Some of them are here, some have had to leave for other events, but all of them have felt your presence, and I'm incredibly grateful to have felt it too. Thank you very much.